AI makes you so much faster. 10 times faster, 100 times faster. You get a website built in minutes now. You can get a website built in minutes now, but it's gonna be a 6 out of 10 website. And with everybody having 6 out of 10 websites, you're not gonna stand out, nobody's gonna care about that website, and you're not gonna get any leads or money or sales from it. So it's gonna be cheaper and faster, but it's not gonna make any sense. Today, partnering with Relume, I'm gonna show you one of my workflows that it's not about being faster. It's roughly the same time frame, but a drastically different effort distribution. I let AI do the boring. I let it handle the code and the components while I can focus on things that matter. Branding, copywriting, and adding the delight. AI draws the boxes for me and I do taste. The consistency problem of using AI is that your outcomes are consistently average. When you make a hero section, it's gonna always have a pill-shaped kicker right above the headline, then the headline to description proportions are gonna be 99% the same, no matter what kind of genre the website is in. And I did test that on Claude Design a couple of weeks back for two radically different sites, one medical and one trading, and it was eerily similar. All the buttons are gonna have similar shadows under them, similar side padding. Basically, you get a structure that's an average of the internet, but it's not even consistent and it's not planned and ready for edge cases. Because when you get to those responsive edge cases and in 375 pixels wide, you get a German word like Atemfrequenzüberwachung, it's gonna completely destroy the layout. You're gonna get a horizontal scroll and all the nice people of Germany are gonna be like, ah, nein, das möchte ich nicht. And then they're gonna click away and go do their German thing. We're gonna be building a website for my breathing protocol app, and today's workflow is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna use real components designed by real humans, not vibe coded, that will be pulled straight into Claude Code to build my website in a consistent, reliable way that handles those edge cases for me. That way, I don't have to handle the edge cases, I don't have to tweak the layout and the grid to have everything matching perfectly, and I can focus on what matters. I'm gonna take you through the process from idea to execution, and I'm gonna show you how I use Relume MCP to be able to guide Claude Code to deliver way better results. And for comparison, we're gonna see at the very end what is the difference with using those components and with letting AI just do its thing.
The app was already defined, but I started by writing a spec sheet. It's basically an empty document that the first draft of I do completely by hand, and then I combine AI output based on what the app does itself, so it analyzes the app, and my writing to combine it into something that merges the two viewpoints. And then I go through it one more time and edit it by hand. It has to sound like me and it has to make sense in every possible spot, because AI is pretty prone to actually making stuff up that doesn't make much sense. Before we get to the MCP, I'm gonna show you how to first use some of the other features of Relume that can actually give me some extra context later for the MCP. So I drop this document into Claude and ask it for a good, concise prompt. Now I start a new project, paste in that prompt. It's gonna be more than 5 pages though, so I'm gonna pick 5 to 10 and then click generate. Yeah, everything is there, ready, let's go. What it does is that it generates a sitemap, a set of wireframes, and then I can tweak the style guide a little bit and tweak the final design. You can skip all that and use MCP to get straight to the design from your spec, but I actually like it because it gives me some extra perspective, and I'm gonna show you how I can export a CSV with all the naming conventions that is actually gonna be included in the outputs of the MCP. That way Claude can do an even better job, and it's pretty nice how those wireframes fill themselves with content as this processes. A couple of tweaks to the style guide because the app is pretty monochrome, but I want a positive, so green and slightly blue extra color for some potential highlights in the future. And red is the red that we're using for the now selector. Then I go to export and export the CSV. First, you need to copy the MCP link and then simply tell Claude to connect to that MCP. It will take a while and you need to exit Claude Code and then go back. Then type in MCP and pick that one particular MCP from the list, then go to website authentication and you're done. And you only need to do this once. Back to Claude, and I'm using website content.md as the primary source of truth, but the call.my.csv, which is exported from Relume, actually is like the secondary one. So now it's connecting to the Relume MCP and fetching the components and building the layout and the front end based on those human-made elements. Okay, it completed, so now let's run the dev server locally and see how it looks like. Okay, it picked up on the style, it picked up on the right fonts, the right minimalist approach, and there is even a breathing timer or particle system here, which is very nice. It actually matches the aesthetic. It's not exactly what I wanted, but the rest of the sections, very nice particle-based icon. All the exercises are there, the icons are matching the exercises, very nice hover effects. Basically everything looks exactly as it should and it's prepped and ready. So all the components actually make total sense. I'm gonna tweak the copy a little bit and then take some photos, and obviously since we're early we don't really have testimonials yet, so I'm gonna hide that section. But overall, I am very impressed because this is not a very typical layout. Black and white, sharp corners, particle systems, and pretty different fonts to what everybody's using. So this doesn't feel like it's made by AI. And because I got the CSV from Relume first and the entire structure was already in there, I have this nice sitemap based approach to all of those breathing exercises that match the aesthetic. In the full version of the site, I'm gonna have videos and a lot more content in those sections. Okay, this saved me a lot of time, so now let's add a little bit of delight. So I'm going back to Claude and pointing it at the right particle system from a different folder where the actual app is. Because the idea is that you can start your breathing exercise as you're waiting for the app to download, right on the page. I had this animation pretty well defined, so it goes faster. And there it is. A very nice particle wave, that's where the calm wave name came from, and then it recedes in the right rhythm for the 4/8 breathing. So this actually is an exercise. It shows what the app does before you download it. It shows how it guides you through the breaths, and it's all done in a way that doesn't look like every AI coded website out there. This has the unique feel that matches the app, it has the copy coming from my own explorations, and everything is consistent and on brand. So let's see what AI without the MCP library from Relume would do on those exact same prompts. And there it is, as generic as AI can go. There is the classic heading with the italics inside it. The buttons have that glow that all AI buttons have. The kind of generic subtext copy, everything's in there, even the pill-shaped kicker that we talked about before. So yes, this is not like a bad website, but it has nothing to do with the app itself because AI here tried to be clever.
MCP is part of Relume's paid pro plan, but you can get 7 days free, try it out and see how it fits your workflow. Go check it out from the link in the description and start building things with intent. That way you'll be able to focus on actually delivering value, not tweaking components forever. And I guess that way we're all gonna have a beautiful day.